Karma. Some people believe it, some people don't, but it's definitely real, and it has a way of coming round full circle and biting you just at the right time, just to let you know, just in case you was getting comfortable and thinking, oh look, karma's definitely not real, I've got away with this one. No, karma comes around and gives you a little kick. Just go, hold on a minute, no, I'm real. This story is in Chelmsford. It would be on F wing, the induction wing, when it was the induction wing, if it still is. I was an insider, I've said it many times. People come in, it's the induction wing, people come in every single night, they need to be inducted for a week. I am that man. I am an insider. Also on that wing, you got people that it's two spurs. On twos on one of the spurs, you've got the people that are on the number, like the proper protection, you know, the bacons, the people that are in for nasty crimes, all of that. But also on the induction wing, you've got people that no other wings will take, just for the fact that they're trouble, so they get stuck on the induction wing. People that refuse to leave the induction wing because they like it. Chelmsford was a soft touch back in these times. And people that are on the numbers, but they're on the numbers because they've got in debt on another wing and they can't pay, or they run off on a visit. They've gone out on a visit for someone else, run off, took the thing. I'll give an example of basically that happening. It happened a lot. That was the thing about that was one of the downsides about being an insider. It was a cushy number to have. It was a good number to have. Out your cell all the time, but you had to deal with. You had to put up with the fact that there was a lot of people that were. I say untrustworthy. We were in jail. You know what I mean? Everyone's untrustworthy, but they're not. That's the perception of everyone in jail. But yeah. Anyway, you got to put up with them. There was a skeezer on the wing. I forgot his name. I forgot where he was from. Thought he was a bit RJ. Spot round the wing quiet, but you could tell he was always thinking he was on it. He was ready. Okay. He was one of the boys that was on the numbers on protection because he was on another wing. He was on a previous wing. I don't know what wing he was on. B, C, who knows? And someone had come up to him and went, "Do you want to go out on a visit for me?" He went, "Yeah." And when I say, "Do you want to go out on a visit for me?" the person that will come and ask you, they allegedly might have something out on road, yeah. So like an ounce weed. They don't want to go out there and collect it on a visit themselves because they don't want to risk it themselves. Prison, you know, you're risking extra prison time. You know, they might not want to bottle it. I've explained what bottling it is loads of times. So you say to someone else, "Do you want to go out there?" You know, just say if you agree to go out there and collect an ounce, I wouldn't do it for less than half. Like, well, you'd say I want half. I wouldn't do it for less than a quarter. Yeah, real know a quarter is 7 grams, right? An ounce is 28, so you want at least 7. But this geezer obviously wanted a lot, yeah? Mate has gone up to him. "Will you go out on a visit for me?" "Yes, I will." I don't know what you got, spice probably. Went out on the visit. Took the other geezer's parcel off him. Like, took the other geezer's parcel, bottled it, put his hand up, said, "Gav, take me to the block, punishment block, segregation block, whatever you want to call it. I'm refusing to go back on the wing." Screws will probably know exactly what he's done. They'll take him to the block. He'll go to the block. There was loads of these sort of people there's loads of these people that do it full stop throughout the whole of the jails, all the time. But I just happened to see them all the time because I was working on this wing where they got sent to. Afterwards, he was down the block. I don't know how long he was down the block. They kept him down there for a little while because they know he's got something. Yeah, they say like, why do you want to go straight to the block from the visiting hall? They know he's got something. So they'll say, we'll put you down the block until there's a space or whatever. So I don't know, he was down. I'm just making up. I'm making up a number. Say he was down there for a week, 2 weeks. Okay, I didn't know I didn't know this geezer. I didn't know he was down the block. I didn't know he had anything. So he comes back on the wing now. Yeah, he probably had a really good time down the block, getting off his nut, down the block with no TV, no music, no anything. He come on the wing. This is the geezer that thinks he's RJ. The geezer that's run away, basically. Right. So he's walking around, king of the wing. He thinks he's king of the wing. No, I don't talk to him. People like say, all right, nod to him. Yeah, all right. Thinks he's a bit of a bad. Like, listen, each to their own. Yeah, he could have had a problem with the person that he knocked. I'm not knocking him for that. I'm just talking about how he was on the wing. Like when I see him, I hate people like that. Don't know why you got to bop around like sort of half confrontational all the time. He come unstuck. He did come unstuck. Anyway, not only is he a knocker, we've all knocked people. I've knocked people. I'm not looking down on him for knocking. Running away is the dodgy one. With someone else's fair liberty, really, considering he would have had something out of it, right? I've gone out on loads of visits for loads of people. I've never done anything like that, and what's the point? You do it to someone once, or you're never going to do it again. You could go out there every single week for them. Don't do it. It's wrong. All against the law. So like, excuse me, I sang my throat. So he's popping around the wing. Obviously on road, he didn't just pop up in prison. He had a life on the street. He had a girlfriend on the street. He had a girlfriend that allegedly certain people thought he was treating wrong. You know, being out of order to her. Okay, and she was staying with him and all that. I didn't know all this at the time. No one knew all this at the time. Okay, but a lot of people thought that's what he was up to on road to his girlfriend. Who turns up in prison one day? This girlfriend's dad. He has to come through the induction wing. Obviously, no, I don't know. It's her dad. I don't know. Why would I know anything about any of these people? Okay, but the geezer's dad comes in. I remember the geezer's dad, the bird's dad. He was good stuff. He started shotting a lot of paper rice actually, paper spice. Getting A4 sheets of it sent in, pads of it. Yeah, he was all sweet and all polite. He's like, hello, mate. Shake his hands, give him kisses and cuddles. Hello, can't believe you're here. My daughter says hello. How old is she? Yeah, she's been telling me all about you, mate. Yeah, he slapped me on the back. Genuinely, mate, he didn't tell me because I didn't talk to him. Genuinely, mate, he was overheard telling someone else, all alleged, of course, or he was overheard telling someone else that if the dad tried it, that was a cough, that wasn't a giggle. If the dad tried it, he was going to punch him up. That's what he was saying, all alleged. But he was saying he was going to punch him up if the dad tried anything. Dad's old. Dad didn't leave it too long. One day he's walked in the cell, not during so. This geezer, the geezer that was on the numbers, used to get let out for meds in the morning. Okay. In Chelmsford at these times, it was a soft touch. It was so easy to sort of do what you want. It really was a soft touch jail. You got out once you got his meds. He's meant to go back to the cell and shut up, like shut the door, like the screws meant to shut him in. But he used to get his cell and he used to just the screws just leave his door open. Like he used to have coffee and bop around like he was a cleaner. Wasn't hating on him. Like yeah, that was his thing. He got this. It's not his fault. The screws were not doing their job properly. But after a couple of days, the dad, who was a bit of a chap, his door weren't shut either. He probably got meds or whatever, but he weren't forced to bang up. He's popped his head in the cell. Hello, mate. Mate, he's sitting there having a whatever he's doing, playing PlayStation or something. I'm sure he's playing PlayStation. I'm a cleaner, and I'm inside us. I'm out. I'm mooching around the server or whatever, sitting on the pool table. He's just gone in there, shut the door. We've all like, oh, that's a shame. We'll see how bad the old man looks after the youngsters. Give it to him. He wasn't in there long. He come out. We've all looked in. Mate, he's on the floor, literally on the floor. Allegedly, it was a one hit. It was a one bang crunch straight in, and it did knock a load of his teeth out, 3 or 4 of them, all out of his mouth. The next day, well, the next day he was gone. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't last long after that. It wasn't the next day because he stopped coming out of his cell for like, I don't know, about a week. About a week, he just stopped coming out of his cell. The dad weren't going around boasting, but he told a few people what he allegedly did. He walked in there, said, you've been not a very nice person to my daughter. She's told me what you've done. Crunch, have that. Hit him once, and he said because he hit the deck, he didn't hit him again. It's like sort of the man. That's sort of the man the dad was, and obviously the geezer on the floor weren't fit to lace his boots, really, was he? Giving it large to the girl, but the old man cracked him once and he fell on the floor. And he did fall on the floor because we were all sitting outside and Dad just walked out. Allegedly. Yeah, karma. That was karma. The geezer, he was all aloof, he was all rude, he was all arrogant, and ultimately he took someone's parcel and ran away with it, went on the numbers with it. So he had no reason to be all arrogant and all that. And it didn't last long because karma come round and give him a good old bite on his behind. If you enjoyed that, hit subscribe and we'll chat later on. Adios.